Oh, sorry guys. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm JD. Doing good. Just getting the chats up. Guys, can you see the chats? If anybody's I see we got 3 people. And good evening, Eric. Thanks, buddy. Just looking. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Good evening, fellow MVE. Just curious, you guys watching? Can you see the chats? If you can see them. Hey, Waylon. Hey, buddy. Good evening to you. If you can see the chats, just give me a yeah. I can see them or something on the side. I don't know if you can see. I can see them, but I'm not sure if you guys can. But yeah, hey Josh, thanks for joining, buddy. Appreciate you. You got some Gene. Gene said he's watching me instead of the debate. I appreciate that. Thank you, Waylon. Gene, appreciate that, man. I know we're going up against some stiff competition tonight here with Biden and Trump, but as I said, if any of you guys caught my live at lunch there, it's nothing none of us haven't ever heard him say here in the last not on the screen with me. All right, let me try and switch something here, Brian. I'll shift. Let's see here. It's nothing that, like I said, nothing none of us haven't seen before. Yeah, I already know what I'm voting for. They're going to be saying the same thing pretty much. Brian, no power. I seen Scott sent me we had a deal out there with looked like they had almost a tornado going down at his place. So hopefully that didn't happen. Yeah, I'm struggling to get these comments up here. I'm not sure why. Anyways, guys, here's what we got. Man, it bothers me I don't got them up there, but let's see here. Anyway, yeah, what we got going tonight on the show. I'm going to do my deer tag reveal. You know, I don't have any, and I'm not wearing this blue. I'm wearing my Chuck Norris here, my favorite. I'm not wearing, I'm not wearing my blue Chuck Norris shirt because I know I got a male deer tag. I don't know what it is. I got it ready to load here on my phone. See if I even got anything. I might not have gotten anything really. And after that, I got. Are you as good a shot as you think you are? And I've been guilty of this too. Definitely thinking, you know, I'm a better marksman than I am. I'm going to talk about a little test we did out at Axe's place here, and then I got that one rifle that you wish you would have never sold. I got a handful of them like that, but there's one in particular that I wish I would have never sold, and I'll let you know coming up on that. And I got what's your go-to rifle when you got a can't miss shot? And I'm not talking shit hit the fan rifle. You know, I'm just talking, let's say you want to target, you're messing around with your buddies, or you know, there's a coyote and you need to hit this thing, and you buy your gun safe or in your pickup. What's the gun you're gonna grab? You know, because if it's a shit hit the fan or you know, a zombie apocalypse or some shit, I'm without a doubt definitely grabbing my AR. I'll tell you right now, that is not one of the guns I'm going to grab if I need that one shot. You know, if we're betting on something or if my life's depending on it. And of course, last one, Armed Citizen Champion of the Week here. We're going to have a good story for that. And as usual, I used to call it happy ending, but I kind of changed that around. So, all right, I'll tell you what, guys, let's do it right now. I don't even actually, you know what? I don't even know what time Biden and Trump started debating. For all I know, they haven't yet, and they started when I did, or if they started earlier, or if they're going later. I don't care. All I care about is Trump wins the damn election in November. So, like I said, let's see. I'm logged in here to the Game and Fish. I'm going to see what we got going here. Let's see. Let's see if I got, see what I got here. If I got my tag, customer ID. All right, I got to, I see if I got to log all in, do all this crap. I thought I had all this stuff, you know, filled in, but apparently I don't. So if you guys, hey, you guys, let me know what you guys got in the chats here. If you guys got drawn, if you didn't get drawn, and I'll, you know, we'll get that up going here while I'm messing around getting my results in from the Game and Fish here. All right, let's see here. Let's see, 19. I can't 19. All right, here we go. Search JD. Last 4 years, man, they really get you going. You know, I should have loaded it up and just had it ready to go when I did. All right, let's see here. Type 2024. Oh, JD. Unsuccessful. No antlered mule deer for me. First choice. First unit, 3B2, first choice. Unsuccessful. I didn't even, heck, I didn't even draw a mule deer doe tag this year. So I got the double. I got the double whammy, just like my buddy John did. That's disappointing. Brian Waylon Turnus, any buck 3F2 successful. Brian Warner, any doe for him and Mama Joe. That's awesome. 3E1. Josh Patterson, he's getting ahead of the game here. He's got an old Marlin 22 long rifle bolt action would be the one I wish I never let go. Paid $90 out the door. That's awesome, man. National Pond 20 years ago. I'm laughing because Doug Wolf he's got a skunk up there. He got skunked too. But good news is I did sell my crossbow to Eric Newman, and Eric and his son love it, and I think they got a rabbit or something with it already, which is awesome. And I'm gonna get a new crossbow. And yes, yeah, if anybody's listening, I do have a crossbow tag. How the hell did you get that, JD? Well, just tear your rotator cuff a few times and have about 10, 11 wrist surgeries, and maybe you can qualify for it. But yeah, I'm gonna get a new crossbow. And I'm not saying I'm gonna kill a deer, but there's got to be something out there. As of yet, I haven't seen nothing. I'm gonna start scouting heavy this week. I'll let you guys know if I come up with anything. Eric Newman, double whitetail for me in South Dakota. Awesome, Eric. You gonna use that? You can try and use that crossbow on it there. The Bowtech. It's a Bowtech. I can't remember 380 something 380 feet per second on it, IBO. But all right, let's get into the first thing. So now that I got disappointed, I'm a little slightly rattled. I thought I was going to get a doe tag. Good news is my daughter's got a doe tag, my nephew does, and my good buddy John, his son's got a doe tag too. They all got their fruit, so that's going to be exciting for us. Pheasant season's looking great. I'm actually looking forward to getting back into some pheasant season. So, maybe I'm gonna enjoy deer season. My good friend, lifelong friend Trav, lucky bastard, yeah, no points. He got drawn for a muley buck tag. My cousin, her son Riker, he's got a buck tag. My dad, of course, has his gratis tag, and my uncle Dean's going to be in state this year. He's got a buck tag, so I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of helping them guys get their deer, and of course, I'm all game for getting in there and gutting them out for them. I'm kind of weird. I like gutting deer out. I like take pride in doing that. So, all right, let's get into my first topic here. Like I said, are you as good a shot as you think you are? Me, not anymore. I can tell I'm still fairly good shot. I see my cat got in the room here. I hope she doesn't start meowing. I used to shoot way more, and it was always 308. And so we did that. I did the poll a few weeks back, if you guys remember. What do you think your chances would be at hitting standing offhand shot at 200 yards on a 10-inch gong? And most people were saying 100%. I went 100, 75, 50, 25, or 0. And 100% hands down was the top answer to that. And Doug and I did video at Dougie, the handy cam, epic failure. My cheap handy camera took a crap. I do have just the video on the phone scope, but instead of doing a video on that, which wouldn't have been that great, I'll tell you guys what happened. I got up there, at Axe's place there, took out my Ruger wrench, left the bipod on it. Like I said, I could have cheated and took that off with less weight, but I got bipods and all my shit because I think bipods kick ass. I love bipods. 200 yards, 10-inch gong. First two shots. I think what wasn't my Ruger wrench? Was it Axe? But I think I did it with my AR. Really, now that I think back on it, Axe. If you remember what I think it was, my AR-15 actually. Anyway. First two shots missed because I told Doug before I shot it. Did I say 75? Because right now I'm feeling 25. And I did miss with the first two. Very disappointed. One was high, one was low. And Axel verified this. I went 3 more shots. I hit all 3 on it. Then I dinged the 10-incher 3 in a row. I don't know if I had stage fright or maybe too much rum the night before. I was feeling pretty shaky. But I did make up for it. Missed the first two, went 3 for 3. So, yeah, Doug said, yeah, it wasn't my AR. So, and I did leave it. I did, like I said, leave the bipod on. But, first shot, first two, if that was a deer, I would have missed. I would say 75% if I'd go down on my knee and do it. Let me get a few more of these comments in here for you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna leave a couple of these here for when we get later in the show. But Josh says I got a doe. My boy got unsuccessful for buck. First choice, doe, second choice. So we got a doe. We're going to put him in the second draw for a doe tag up Dunn County. All right, Doug. So you going whitetail up there in Dunn County or muley? Man, Dunn County's muley country, I think. Gene Cox, I traded for $1,000 for a 357 lever action. I got what I wanted, but maybe I need the M1 back. Eric says, bring your daughter down to Sodak. Mentor tag is like $10 for non-resident. Man, we might do that. We might just bring the whole crew down there, Eric. If you guys got a lot of dough, I might have some options up here in North Dakota first. We'll see how that goes. Josh Patterson says, off arrest, I can shoot really well. Offhand is rough. LOL, my son is a way better shot than me. Dougie says, I got any doe. Gonna look for one. Okay, I thought you just got a skunk on the buck tag. All right. Mike Deakins, me and my son Jackson got any deer tags for West River. That's freaking awesome, Deke. That is awesome, buddy. And I'm pretty sure you're going to use the lever action. What's Jackson going to be using there? Kind of curious. So, anyways, we got more going. All right, come shoot some silhouette matches. It's all free-handed, and I do believe that, Gene. I'm getting text here that Trump's mopping the floor up with Biden. I love to see that. Eric Newman, I surprised myself and shot an 8-inch gong at 300 freehand open sights with my 35 whale and 2 for 3 shots. Even a lion squirrel finds a nut once in a while. That's good shooting, man. I'll take that with iron sights for sure. I did hit a one shot on the coyote gong. I can't remember. Axe was at 400 or 300. I did hit him. I hit it with the first one, and then I got a little cocky on my skills and missed it with the next two. 243 Patriot, Mike said his son's going to use. Perfect. 243, hard to beat. Hard to beat that for hunting deer. So, a few things I want to touch on this. Are you as good a shot as you think you are? I can go on the bench and like many videos you've seen. I'm not saying I'm the best marksman, but I can shoot some pretty damn good groups, and I'm real confident, depending on what rifle I have, out to 600 yards. And you could take a big gong, and we've done this out at our ranch many times. We got big, man-sized silhouette gongs there. You can hit it in the middle and think, man, easy. I can hit anything, right? Drive out there. Set you a can out there, a can of pop or whatever, or an old beer can, and then you can't hit the damn thing, and you can't believe it because you were hitting, what looked like you could take a tape measure your bullet impacts. I mean, for whatever reason, that is not the same, man. One of the things that I think somebody should do, and I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to start doing this myself a little more. Like I said, I'm getting older. I can definitely tell, even if I don't drink coffee, I'm a little more shaky, and some people don't think, you're not that old. Well, maybe I look a little, I'm 53. And, but I would say if you can take a clay pigeon, right, and set that thing out there at, let's say whatever distance you think I could definitely kill a deer at that range, right? So set this clay pigeon. Clay pigeon's like 4.5 inches, right, round. And I would say if you can't hit that sucker at will, then you should probably shave off 100 to 150 yards. And I'm talking a field position, like proned out with your bipod, like kneeling down, right? Okay, I'll say a little longer. If you're proned out with your bipod, that's almost bench shooting to me. I'm extremely confident on the ground with a bipod. But yeah, like a kneeling shot or something, or leaning up against a tree or offhand. I think a lot of people would be surprised they're not as accurate as they think they are, right? And you got to factor in things. I'm saying like accuracy, like on a game animal, right? Or going prairie dog shooting. I know personally I've experienced this, and stories of friends. You got guys, I mean, they're long range shooters, or hey, I did this, sniped this and sniped that, and I took this school. Yeah, you did do that on a gong. I will give you that. If if my cat keeps meowing, I'm gonna have to get her out of here. Maggie, shush. Uh, but you get out in the field, and these guys, guess what? Can hit a freaking. They can hit a prairie dog to save their rear end. Right. All right. You guys. This is embarrassing. I got to get my cat out of here. Hang on. I'll be right back. Come here. Come here, guys. No, you gotta go out. Sorry, sweetie. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Apologize for that. So yeah, and you get guys out, and the prairie dog town humbles them pretty good. I can tell you that. And or like I said, set a target out there, not a gong, a target, and it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. Or get off the bench and do it, and it's it's tough. It's tough. I think a lot of people should try that, right? Or like if you get wind. I mean, can you read the wind really good? I know like long range shooters can read the wind. I'm pretty good at shooting in the wind. I would take my confidence level to 400 at a 10-mile-an-hour wind. If it's more than that, I probably wouldn't. I probably Jamie the cat. I probably wouldn't take a shot at a deer if the wind's over 10 miles an hour at 400. And some people would probably think that's you know what, you can hit them, and I don't care what you're shooting with. If you hit them in the wrong damn spot, they're gone. They're gone. They're gonna run. It happened last year to a buddy of mine, huge mule deer. I never did put the video out there. Maybe I will at some point, but yeah, Gonzo, never seen him again. But yeah, I think if, like I said, if you can't hit that clay pigeon, set it up. Just set it up at, let's say, 300, and then just pull it. Set your gun there, let it chill. Go out and try to hit it proned out. Boom, try and hit it like that, right? Come back, try and kneel down, hit it like that. Give it a little in between. And even I'm saying even jog around a little bit, because when a deer's coming, your heart rate's up higher. And if you can't do it, if you can't hit that thing, especially proned out, I'm saying you got to shave some distance off what you're estimating your accuracy is, right? And I mean, if I'm wrong here, guys, you go feel free to correct me. I've just seen it happen too many times. Too many times. A lot of old timers can shoot a lot better than us younger guys. And when I say old timers, I mean guys in their late 60s and stuff. Like my dad, he used to be super good at offhand, but I mean he can lean over something, and he's pretty damn good that way. And I would say like I said, in that kneeling position, I'm better than your average bear for sure. I'm gonna catch some of these comments here before we take our first break, but getting them coming in. Appreciate you guys tuning in again, man. That's freaking awesome, because I know everybody wants to watch Trump and Biden, but I appreciate you. All right, Gene and Eric are talking some neck down stuff here. I bet if you necked it down to a 30 cal, it would be a game changer. Maybe even God's cartridge. Whoa, I don't know about that, Gene. Josh Patterson, Bog Death Grip really works good for me standing, sitting, or kneeling. Yeah, a lot of people use those. I never have. I've seen them. They do look awesome though. Eric says he's not necking it down. Eric says I'd be confident 300 on a clay pigeon with 300 rum and 223, but deer out to 600 ish. So like you're saying, like proned out, Eric, with your bipod, or what field position you talking about there? Because I think people should probably, like I said, we should probably practice in our field positions if we're really deer hunting. But 600 with a 300 rum, yeah. I mean, without much wind if that's what I shot, right? I mean, I'm saying I'm confident with the gun I shoot a lot, and I know the cartridge. Josh Patterson says Sleepy Joe and Trump on in the background. Sleepy Joe looks less good. Okay, Eric says, yeah, laying down with bipods. Yeah, for sure, Eric. I'm definitely confident on with laying down with the bipod. Like I said, I would say 500, but I did. Was it three last time? Not the last two buck tags ago. I had huge 3x3. I was watching this deer, wanted him so bad. It was opening weekend. It was kind of windy. I had a 6.5 Creed. shot it a ton, knew what it was, and got around, stalked around on this big buck, ranged him at 420. He was barely walking. He was walking slow, man. I thought I was on a bad position on this, like super sideways on this hill, but I thought I had a hold, and I missed him, man, right over his back, and he jumped the fence. And I never did see him again. I never did see him again that year. He ditched me. Maybe somebody else got him, but yeah, at that point, because at 420 on the gun range, I'm feeling confident. And it was a headwind, probably about 10, 12 miles an hour. So I thought I had him dead to rights, but stuff happens, and there he goes. Never got it. I did get a nice deer that year, anyways. But somebody had shot that deer in the flank when I got him and skinned him out. He stunk. Somebody probably tried to get a road shot offhand, missed him there. So I think most people are probably not as good a shot as they think they are, and I'm including myself in that. I can, like I said, not bench rest, but on the bench, shooting groups, testing bullets or ammo or setting targets up or proning out. Yeah, I'm very confident in that. But in the field, so that's kind of why I've limited myself the last couple of years to ranges, because I could have took a shot at the one I got last year. It was right at 500 with actually my old rifle that my friend had, a 308, and 100% confident at 500 yards with that gun. But we had a pretty good crosswind, so I nixed that, and luckily I did, because we almost lost that damn deer too. It was, the whole story. I did a whole show on that. But all right, less aggravation on this channel. Good. I'm glad I can hold the aggravation levels down. All right, guys. Tell you what, we're gonna go take our first break here, and if you guys got anything else you want to add to this in the comments, go ahead and put it in there, and I'll get to it. And if not, we're gonna come back with the one rifle that I wish I hadn't sold, and I know a couple of you put that in already. But if you got any comments on that, or what rifle you had in mind, go ahead and get it in the comments, and we'll hit it when we come right back here.
Now let me see your war face. Ah! You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701, and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
All right, we're back, guys. JD here, Guns in the 701. And if you do some business with any of our sponsors, please tell them you heard it on Guns in the 701 or 701Nation, because they appreciate hearing that. And you know what? We need you to let them know that you heard it on here, and their sponsorship money is doing them some good. So, all right, I was, just to put a top on the last thing there, use good a shot as you think you are. You know what? If you can, if you're hunting and you can't hold your shit together on a buck at 200, 250 yards, don't take that shot. Get closer, or get closer to him, or find one closer to you. So anyway, all right. So let's move on to the next here. The one rifle I wish I hadn't sold, and if anybody's seen the picture that I put up for the promo for the show with that mule deer, that's the biggest mule deer I ever got right there. 172 or something like that. I don't remember what his width was. 20, not as wide as he looks. 20. Let's see, he was like 25 and a half or 26. Not the widest one I ever got, but the rifle I had right there, it was the Remington SPS Tactical 308 20-inch bull barrel. Man, for whatever, I don't know why I thought I had to sell that damn thing. Like I said, I've sold a handful of guns that I wish I hadn't for a number of reasons. But that gun, with pretty much any reload I had, I shot the most accurate, even including match bullets, the most accurate load I had, and that was with XBR 8208. I don't remember the charge. But and Nosler ballistic tip hunting bullets. I mean, that thing would almost will shoot, but I want to say almost bug hole groups at 100. And it's out at center. I remember I tried it a few times. I put like an empty like tomato soup can. I took 3 cracks at it. I'd done it a few times, and I mean, it just would punch one hole out. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was kind of a tank, and I got it, and I put my scope on and a bipod, and it got heavy to carry around. And that's maybe, before we were putting hunting shacks up out at the ranch, and then we'd, spot and stock them. It was always walking with them, and it got heavy, but man, I mean, just for pure accuracy's sake, I would love to have something like that in my gun safe again. One of my Creedmoors was close, but not like that thing. Not like that sucker was. And that thing was so heavy. Like I said, it was little recoil. The barrel wasn't threaded, so I didn't have any of that. But it was right where right where you aim the crosshairs. It would put. And I think I had a Burris. I don't remember what it was on there, but it out to 600 yards. It was great, and I tried to buy another. Like one of those VTRs with that triangle barrel, because I thought that was a piece of shit. That was a very frustrating rifle. I'm glad I got rid of that one. But yeah, that SPS Rem SPS Tactical 308 definitely wish I would have never sold that. Eric Newman says a 7mm Rem mag is the gun he wishes he still had. I've foobarred a few shots at less than 200 because I was rushing the shot, and usually it's a chip shot. Yeah, you're right, Eric. That's, and I was probably offhand for you, right? I mean, I don't think I would do that leaning against something, but with a bipod down. But yeah, I mean, offhand, if I was kneeling, add in some buck fever, yeah. And my buddy John, who's shot the biggest mule deer at our place, and the year before he did that, he shot a beautiful 165, and he had to try his first hand off shot at like 65 yards when this thing come out of the buffalo berries, and which he's usually a hell of a marksman, especially when it comes to shooting game. Way over the back. I think he went over the back once or twice, and then the next one, man, unfortunately, he spined it, and then he did finish it off with the next one. And yeah, he couldn't believe it either. And I said, buck fever, man, because I wasn't shooting, and I knew where it was and was coming out. I just told him to get ready. But yeah, guys got to factor that in with, you can't just hit everything like you're at the gun range. So, and like I said, I like to practice them field positions more and more when I do it. But yeah, anybody else? You got any rifles you wish you'd have kept? I got a text from my buddy too. He said, yeah, shooting the little prairie dogs will definitely humble you if you're in your accuracy department. And they even got me on a couple of them last time we were out. I thought I had some dead to rights, and I didn't. Thought it was my rifle. Tested that at the range, and nope, just thought, and thinking back, I just thought, oh, I got this easy. I did a video on the one 100 yards. Clay had it. Clay had the video camera on, and I missed. Plain and simple, 100 yards leaning over a truck, even on a prairie dog, I should not miss, but I did. So, that's how that goes. And as far, I guess we can end this up with I'll tell you what, a few other rifles I wish I wouldn't have sold. Another one is a 308 DPMS. It was a DPMS 308T. Again, kind of a tank, not super accurate, pretty accurate rifle. Usually I shot either 150 power shocks out of that, which usually get me about a 1-inch group at 100. And then the reloads, I used 125 Nosslers, which would go a little less than an inch at 100. And I did get I don't know what I get with that thing, 2 or 3 deer. I don't know, but I don't know. I just don't remember the reasoning. It's stupid reasons I sold it. I should still have that one. And there was one other. I had another 308 too. It was a Smith & Wesson M&P. Not that I wish I'd have kept this one, but the most disappointing gun I ever had. I wanted one of these damn things so bad when Smith & Wesson first came out with their 308 ARs, because they had the 18-inch barrel, and it was a narrow profile, and I wanted that extra 50. That extra 2 inches, so I'd get that extra 50 feet per second. It was a light rifle for a 308 at the time. I know they make small frame 308s now, and everything I shot through, I could not get that son of a bitch to shoot good for me. Very inconsistent, and I had it all pimped out how I wanted it. Just loved the looks of that and was so looking forward to hunting with that thing, and sent it back to Smith & Wesson, and they said, no, this barrel's good to go, and just never could. So easily the most disappointing rifle I had. And I know, I'd say a close second to that in disappointment. I had them. These are all 308s, go figure. Mossberg Thunder Ranch. It was a 308 bolt action. Looked badass. I did get a whitetail buck with it, but the first shot, that was a 400-yard shot. Did not hit where I aimed. Definitely wasn't me. There was almost zero wind. Had to walk up and finish them off. But yeah, badass looking rifle. Took AR mags. Looked cool. OD green. Thunder Ranch. Clint Smith has Thunder Ranch. Nothing against Clint Smith. Just that. And man, I couldn't get that thing. It was just like that. It was like that 308 Smith & Wesson AR. Was so inconsistent. Very damn frustrating. So I will say, but on the other hand, the second rifle that I wish I would have never sold is another. It's another Mossberg Thunder Ranch Clint Smith, but in 5.56, that too had the 18-inch barrel, took AR mags. I think I convinced myself that I needed to just build this other AR, and I didn't need this other bolt action 223. And I sold it to a guy down. I think he's from Lemon. I would definitely recommend that gun. And I've had other guys with 223 Mossbergs freaking shoot great. Another guy had a 308, my buddy Travis's son. He couldn't get that to shoot with a shit either in Mossberg. But yeah, second most disappointing one other than my SPS 308 that I sold would be that for sure. That 223 Thunder Ranch. That thing was awesome. So you get to some of these comments here. Gene. What we got comments moved up on me here. Gene, I sold a Rem 788 and 308 once. Don't miss it, but didn't need it at the time. Bought another gun though. So Gene, the one they replaced it with, better shooter. I mean, all around, you're happy you sold it and you replaced it with one you like. Eric Newman said, God's cartridge made a prairie dog look like the McDonald's arches when he got blown in half. That was after work today on the way home. Eric does do a lot of prairie dogging when he gets off work, man. I do envy you on that, Eric. That's freaking sweet. Marty Beard, brother Marty. Matter of fact, now that before I read his comment, Marty did for the Glock aficionados who watch. Marty dropped off a few of these Glock grips that he bought. I'm going to do a giveaway with them, not tonight, but in the future. So all you Glock guys, stay tuned. Keep coming back. And they're pretty sweet. I don't have a Glock, but these things, I have used some grips like that before, and they do work awesome. So Marty says he sold his Browning 300 Win Mag to brother Bill. I still apologize to that gun every time I see him with it. Marty, you know what a funny story is? Right on the other side of this wall, that gun is hanging in there. because Billy gave it to me. It was all rusty, and he wanted me to check the barrel out, and I had the barrel checked, and the guy at the gun shop said I wouldn't even sell this thing to somebody with the barrel. But, if you want to give it a go, let me know, and I'll bring it into the lab. You can pick it up. It's a shame because that is a sweet rifle. It is a sweet rifle. Eric says, I'm not a Mossberg fan. Eric, normally I'm not either, but I can tell you, the 223s in that, I know I say Thunder Ranch. It's a Thunder Ranch edition because of the color and the label, and I think they're like patrol rifles or some other damn thing they call them. But man, it shot super good for me. Took a few mule deer with that thing with the, as a matter of fact, with the 55 grain Sierra soft point, which you did a nice test on, worked like a freaking dream on them up to 150 yards. It was awesome, man. Gene says, at Eric, what bullet do you shoot in the 7 mag? I loaded up some 139 bullets. It really blows up deer. I'm not a big 7mm guy, but most people I knew, was it the 150s or 154s that they usually shot? Eric says, when I had a 7 mag, I used Sierra Game King 150s. All right. Now I just said that about the 55 grain Sierra. Gene says, JD, I put the 308 money towards a Marlin 1894 Cowboy and 4570. All right, man. Sounds like a pretty good trade right there, because I know Gene's a big lever action guy, and a 4570. That 4570 might have been God's cartridge before God's cartridge. Not that I ever had one, but so many people love that cartridge. So I'm gonna say that might have been before the 223, before that baby came about. So all right, guys, we're coming up 8:37 here. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do our second ad. I know somebody's like, what, already? I like to keep the show between an hour and 15. And again, we're going to be coming up on here. We're going to be going to what's your go-to rifle when it's a can't miss shot situation. And as I said early, if you missed it, I'm not talking shit at the fan gun or a zombie gun. Basically saying, you got one gun that you're putting money on making a shot on something. I'm not saying any distance or anything, but when you got to have that shot, I want to know what your rifle is for that. We're going to do our big ad here and come back, and that's what we're going to hit on. And I got the Armed Citizen Champion of the Week. I got a few other things I'm going to hit on, guys, and then we're going to check out here probably within the next half hour to 35 minutes. So here we go with our big ad.
That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Discover the world of firearms at Bismarck's Double H Gun Shop. With a wide range of products from handguns to rifles, we cater to all your shooting needs. We are your local gun experts. Not only do we sell firearms, reloading supplies, targets, and whatever your heart desires, but we also have a ton of knowledge and answers.
We shoot, we hunt, we compete, we reload.
It's been the Howard's way since 1976, and we ain't fixing to change anything. Visit our website at hhgunshop.com to browse our inventory. Double H Gun Shop, Bismarck's best new and used firearm reloading supply, gunsmithing, and sporting goods store. Double H Guns.
Double H Guns.
1021 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota. Call 701-223-4888.
All right, we're back. JD here. Again, if you guys do some business with our sponsors, please tell them you heard it on 701 Nation or Guns on the 701, and that you appreciate them sponsoring our show, because their sponsors help us keep this going. And like Mike says, helps us buy stuff. I upgraded this monitor a while back, and I'm not the high-tech guy like Deke and Clay there with the big screen, but I'll get there someday if we keep getting these sponsors going. And I almost forgot, we do have Little Angry Man Firearms out of South Dakota there. I'm sorry if I forgot that. But he's on with us too. I think he's kind of the sponsor of Deke's Badass of the Week. So he's down there in South Dakota. Appreciate him getting on board with us, guys. That's awesome. Love all our sponsors. And if you're on South Washington Street there, driving by Lauer, you see a nice little sign there with Guns in the 701 stuff on it and some Second Amendment messages. But all right, so we'll catch up on some comments here, but I see we got a few more people joined us. If you missed the show, be starting out there. I did do the tag reveal. It revealed I got a big freaking goose egg, no buck, no doe. And then after that, we went into the are you as good a shot as you think you are? It didn't go as smoothly as I thought, but, basically what I was getting at is, if you think you're a hell of a shot at the bench, do some field shooting positions. And if it didn't working out good for you there, maybe trim back the range you think you can shoot game at. And the one rifle I wish I hadn't sold, I did the Remington SPS 308, and coming in second for me was that Mossberg Thunder Ranch 223. Now what we're going to hit on is what's your go-to rifle when it's a can't miss shot? And like I said, we're not talking, shit hit the fan, end of the world scenario, zombie gun, just like your gun you're most confident in and you want to hit something, that's where you're going to hit. I see my Uncle Dean commented here. He said, I go to the Canon 7mm mag, which I have seen my uncle shoot that. He has taken his share of deer with it for sure. I remember he got a muley there a little far back, but, it didn't matter. The 7mm got it, and looking forward to him getting one with it this fall. Deer hunting again. Uncle Dean, I missed hunting with you last fall. I'm looking forward to that. Should be fun. And Eric Newman, he says, I hated the Remington core lock in my 7mm. It blew stuff up way too much. I like deer meat too much to blow it up. All right. Well, that's maybe why you went to the Sierra, right, Eric? Let's see here. 11 C1P. First I've ever heard of that Bloodline Kinetics. All right. Well, Bloodline here in Bismarck got on board with us. In fact, Jake's making some guns for us, which I will tell you, and he doesn't just build guns. He does barrel threading and Cerakoting and all kinds of stuff. Check out his website, bloodlinekinetics.com. You'll get all hooked up on that. Guys gave away, in fact, last night, Deke and Clay gave away barrel threading from him, and the week before that I did. So he is building us a gun. Hopefully that becomes my go-to rifle here after I let you know what mine is. But Gene Cox, let's get some of your guys in here first. I like that. Gene says mine was inherited, not for sale, but they are a good cartridge. Waylon Turnus, getting my suppressor on Saturday from Mandan Sporting Goods. Got a call today, it's ready. Love that, Waylon. That is freaking awesome, man. That is awesome. Let me know how that thing sounds for you. And how long of a wait you do on that? Anyways, I can't remember if you did the, oh Christ, I can never remember the name of it. But did you just get it by yourself, or did you put it in the trust? Did you do a trust with it? I'm curious how long it took you. Let's see here. Axe. Okay, he's talking about the offhand. We should try again just before deer season after some. Yeah, heck, I mean, let's just try it again. I would have put the video up, but like I said, the goddamn thing screwed up. The camera did, the handy cam. We're going back to the old Canon camera. So yeah, let's do it. In fact, if you got some Independence Day weekend doesn't look that good, I know you got family coming, but maybe do that or sometime next week. I'm definitely down with trying that again. Because like I said, I know I hit it 3 in a row, but that's after I missed the initial 2. So that's kind of in my craw. Rich Johnner, evening JD, evening Rich. Can't wait till the show in the morning on KFYR 550. I'll be listening for sure. Right on tomorrow morning, 8:40 a.m. Guns and the 701 with Todd Mitchell. Last week we had Todd gave us the extended show. We got in there at 8:15. I was in studio. Clayton called in. Good show. And as a matter of fact, Mike Bell come in there, and we were on with Mike. I can't remember, was it Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Monday. And great show. I was in the studio with him for an hour. Clay called in for about 10-15 and went great. Mike offered Clay and I to come in on a regular basis. We took him up on that offer. I'm not sure when the days are going to be for that. So I'm just we're working that out with them now. And some people got red ass and butthurt about it. Guess what? Mike was totally cordial with us. Guy didn't say anything. I mean, he seemed 100% pro Second Amendment. Loves guns in the 701 in our message, and we can get on the biggest radio station in the upper Midwest here and talk guns in the 701 and 701 Nation on Dakota Mornings with Mike Bell. You damn right we're going to do that. It's freaking awesome. And Mike, I appreciate that, and everybody else there at KFYR. Brian Warner says Parker Hale 25-06. Awesome, man. 25-06 to me is so underrated. Especially for deer hunting. When I got back into deer hunting, man, my buddy Brad, that's what I used my dad's Remington, and I don't know, ADLC, I don't remember which one it was, but I used 118 grainers, and 2 of my buddies, I was going to be that accurate with it, and man, I at will, I was shooting Mountain Dew bottles. It was like 320 yards. Those guys couldn't believe it. I actually couldn't believe it myself, really. But I did it, and they didn't believe me, so I did it a few more times for them, and it worked. And I did end up shooting a deer at, man, it was windy too, and I will admit there was lots of luck involved, but I leaned over a barbed wire fence. It was like 450 yards or something. But yeah, 25-06, badass, shoots flat, great gun. Josh Patterson says, be a toss-up between a 7M08 or my 223 bolt gun. Yeah, Josh, I mean, that's 2 great cartridges right there. As you know, I am a 223 pimp. I love that thing. Rich Johnner, 7mm mag or 308, either one would be my go-to. Perfect. And I've told many people if I could have just one gun, if I didn't have shoulder issues for hunting game, it would probably be a 7mm mag. I mean, now they got, some of these 6.5 PRCs and all that shit coming out. I do like those too a lot. I did shoot Tanner's dad's. I think it was a 7mm PRC. Man, that thing was sweet. There wasn't much recoil on her with the suppressor either. 11C1P says the name was my MOS in the Army. All right, 11 Charlie 1 Papa. Got it. Awesome, man. Love it. Waylon Turnus, 10 days. He waited 10 days. 10 days again. I know I'm cute. Man, I should almost have you on talk about Waylon, but what did you get? What what kind of suppressor did you get then? Did you get the 30 cal for everything, or is it a 223? And what brand is it too? I'm kind of curious. Eric Newman, 223 or 300 rum are my go-to. The 223 goes where I go. It's kind of like a third arm for sure. Man, I mean, and that to me, that's what kind of makes what's going to be. I'll tell you what mine is shortly here. Dougie Wolf, my man, Axe, west of Mandan, thunder rumbling out here in God's country. Yep, that's 11 CU, 11 Charlie here. He's got my uncle loved his. In fact, 11 Charlie. Jake was he is an Army veteran himself. Him and his wife, they were both over in Afghanistan, putting foot to ass for America. So you'd fit right in with him, helping out another great American, a fellow veteran. He says, my uncle loved his 25-06. My biggest caliber right now is 308, but I have 223. That's a tack driver. My wife keeps saying it's hers, though. Yeah, I agree with you. 220, in my opinion, 223 is underrated by most people. I got some videos out. We just did one here out at Axes. 200 yards with this 55 grain Sierra boat. This is out of 16-inch barrel going 2,900 feet. That thing went in 11 and a half inches, opened up beautifully. You can go on X or YouTube or our Facebook page, and we got the video on there. It's only like 2 minutes long, but it only lost like 3 grains of weight too. I mean, that thing would have crushed a deer at that range. So my sponsor, one of them, Double H Guns, he wants us to try that in the 24 or 20, between a 20 and a 24. So we will into the gel because he's curious. He was quite impressed with that as well. He wants to know if that bullet's going to stay together at higher velocities and penetrate more, or just blow up in there and not penetrate. Because maybe that 16-inch barrel at that velocity is the sweet spot for that bullet for staying together and penetrating. So we're going to find that out. I'll promise you that. Eric says, my wife and her 7M 08 are a deadly combo. Perfect. Yeah, because the 7M 08, I mean, not much recoil there either. Definitely more than a 223, but I know a lot of people who love that. Brian Warner says, Mama Joe's 6'5" Creed could earn a paycheck. She would kick me out. Oh, if Mama Joe's 6'5" Creed could earn a paycheck, she'd kick him out. I love it. And memory serves me correctly, Brian, Ruger Predator, right? 22-inch. You got the green stock there with the threaded barrel on it. Yep, yeah. And I'll tell you what mine is right now. I've done a test with this rifle. You can see that anywhere. I've talked about it on here. It's definitely my Ruger Ranch 223. Got that 16-inch barrel. And maybe it's like Eric said, because the majority of the time I shoot that. Don't get me. I mean, I love my ARs. ARs are on our logo. Got them here. Bloodline's making us, building clay and I want that to be my go-to. I'm going to use the hell out of that thing for sure, because building it are going to be sweet rifles. But as of right now, that Ruger Ranch 223, man, that, extreme confident. I mean, I'm very confident. Bipod down or off the bench, I can shoot a freaking can or a water bottle. I mean, I got a video of I'm shooting these things at 300 yards with it. So I mean, yeah, am I going to shoot a deer at 300? No, I mean, I could. You could neck shot it or whatever if I had to. But yeah, that's if I got to shoot a coyote, if there's something called a deer, whatever. If for whatever reason, armed conflict and I needed one shot on somebody up to 300. I'll read this comment what I'm laughing at shortly. I'm taking that bolt action. Dougie said FUD. He said I'm turning into a FUD. He's got the two roaring laughing emojis. It's a FUDical because it's got a threaded barrel and it takes AR mix. So it's a FUDical. That's a FUD and a tactical put together. and by the way, with the suppressor on, ultra freaking quiet. It's so quiet to shoot. In fact, my cousins are out. My Uncle Dean's son was out there. Both of his sons went from California. And, they were from Florida, but now they're in North Carolina, shooting that gun. And both of them were just sniping with it. And they loved how quiet it was. It was, and in fact, his little grandson, August, man, he I don't know how. I think August is 6 or 7. He was shooting water jugs with that baby. He loved it. I think we turned August into a Second Amendment aficionado that day out there. So I love that. And in fact, my cousin Dave, he makes something. He wanted to donate to the show. We're going to do a giveaway with that. I will tell you, it has something to do with keeping your beverages cold inside of a can koozie. He's sending those to me, and he's got a little ad I'm going to run for him on the show, and we're going to do a giveaway on it. I didn't even know. He's made these for years. I didn't really know what they were, but these things are pretty freaking cool. You guys will find out in the near future. So Whale and Turner says, Silencer Co. Spec War 556, just from AR. Love it, man. I love the name of that, Spec War. You know what? I got that Silencer Co. and that 22 suppressor from Mandan Sport. I haven't done my Silencer Co. yet. That was the EVO Harvester. I'm saving that baby for when I get this gun from Bloodline here. I'm going to put that on. That's going to be the suppressor that goes on there. All right, 11 CUNP. My definition of a FUD is someone who says I'm pro 2A, but right, yeah, that's exactly. So Dougie's saying that to me in a tongue in cheek because we were actually down at Doug. What was the name of that place we went to? I forget the name of this firearm store we were at, but there was a. I don't remember what caliber it was, but it was a wood stock, and I was like, man, that's some nice wood on it. And I looked over, and Doug's just grinning at me like, you freaking FUD. Wood stock, FUD stock. Yeah, I did go to Simley, actually. I went to Simley mid-'80s. Yeah, graduated from BHS in 89, so yeah, I did go to Simley. Tag Firearms, yep. Not a sponsor, not sure why we were there. Right, I went with Doug. He invited me to go with him. Cool store, man. Cool stuff in her. I would love Tag to be. Matter of fact, Dougie, I patronize them. We bought some. What the hell was the name of that stuff? I bought this. It was a lubricant. I'm going to tell you what it is here shortly. Right here. It's called petroleum jello sauce. Shit worked good. Put it on my daughter's AR. We were shooting out there. That thing was bone dry. It's supposed to be. Yeah, you went to Simley with me. All right, awesome. So you're gonna have to hit me up with either on Facebook. There, I'm what am I, JD Smith on there now, and you do that or send an email guns@gunsinthe701.com. Yeah, let me know who you are. Maybe we'll go out and do some shooting here, man. That's awesome. Small world for sure. My daughter's one went to Simley and the other one goes there now, as a matter of fact. But yeah. So this lube worked good. We said it was for suppressors. It's thicker than oil, but it's kind of like a consistency of cake batter. Went right on there, sat right on, lubed up the bolt on the gun. Man, that thing ran real smooth. Putney, Dan, is it Dan or Jason? I can't remember. I apologize if I don't remember your name. My brain is going a little south on the memory. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you listening to the show. Really do. That's awesome that we were class, man. We do got to get together and do some shooting for sure. At least have some beers or something, if you still drink. Jason, all right. Hey, I got it right. Jason Putney. All right, Jason. Hit me up if you're on Facebook. Hit me up on there, man. Give me a friend request on there. So, all right, guys. If anybody's got anything else on this subject, I think we're gonna skip on this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to hit the ads one more time here because we got about 15 minutes left. So we're going to hit the ads one more, 2 of them. We're going to come back with the Arm Champion of the Week, and then got a few other things I'm going to hit on and do a little PR here for the show. And then we're going to end it up, and I'm going to just quit babbling here, and I'm going to do the ads. We shall be right back.
Face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Right on, JD, back here, 701 Nation. Jason, got your request. Got you. We're friends on Facebook, man. Appreciate you. Make sure you follow us, Guns in 701 on there too, if you will. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for getting on the show here tonight. Love it. All right, so what we're going to do here, gang, as Dan Bongino likes to say, we're going to go with the Second Amendment. Yeah, well, it's part of the Second Amendment. The Armed Citizen Champion of the Week. So here we go. If you never heard this before, it's about armed citizens using their gun to defend themselves, or help out a police officer or something. Using your gun, using your Second Amendment rights. So this story here comes to us, Longview, Texas, June 16th, 2024. At approximately 12:38 a.m., Longview police responded to a hit-and-run crash on the intersection of George Ritchie and Fenton Road. Officers discovered one individual trapped in an SUV while the driver of the other vehicle had fled the scene on foot. About 20 minutes later, police received a call regarding criminal trespass at a home of the 3600 block of Strackener. The homeowner reported that a man attempted to enter his house but fled when confronted by the armed resident. Well, we got one guy already using that Second Amendment right and guns to defend himself and save himself from any further harm. Officers began investigating the incident while the others continued to handle the crash scene. Shortly thereafter, another call came in from a resident in the 3600 block of Clemens Road. The homeowner reported that a person had entered their home and had been shot by the resident. Responding officers arrived and immediately attempted life-saving measures on the suspect, identified as 23-year-old maybe just Johann Nino of Longville. Nino was transported by Longview Fire EMS, but later died of his injuries. Oh, gee, that's too bad, Nino. You shouldn't try to break into people's frickin' houses, you scumbag. Nino was the driver who fled the initial crash scene and subsequently attempted to break into homes before being shot by the homeowner on Clemens Road. The police department will continue its investigation, but no criminal charges are being filed against anyone at this time. Good, and there shouldn't be. Scumbag breaks into a house, you should expect to get your ass shot, especially down in Texas. I mean, or around here for that matter. I did get this from the gunfeed.com, so they kind of make a little, there's 2 cents here. The incident underscores the importance of firearms for law-abiding citizens to defend themselves in their homes. The suspect, after causing a hit-and-run accident, attempted to break into multiple homes. In both cases, the homeowners were armed, and their preparedness prevented further harm. Exactly. The second homeowner's actions in defending themselves highlighted why many believe in the necessity of the right to bear arms for self-defense. I mean, not only do I believe in it, it's there. It's not a belief. Whether you don't believe in it or not, it's there. While it is unfortunate that I don't think it's unfortunate that it resulted in a fatality. It also demonstrates how firearms play a crucial role in personal and home protection. Maybe they just put that in. I don't know about you guys. I don't think it's unfortunate that the shithead got smoked. you know what? You don't want to get shot and killed or shot and wounded and crippled for the rest of your damn life. Don't break into people's freaking houses. Don't steal their shit. Don't try and beat the shit out of them and gouge your eyes out. Or don't try and freaking, kidnap their family members or any other of that shit. Because if you end up getting shot, then you what? You can end up as one of JD's Armed Citizen Champions of the Week if you take out one of these scumbags and do society a favor. I love that. All right. Now that I got that, I get all fired up about that, man. I love it when these guys, and you know what? We're trying to do that not only on 701 Nation. We started doing that on Guns in the 701 when Clayton and I first started it up. Kind of ripped that off from Cam Edwards, Cam and Company, whatever. Mark Walters does on Armed American Radio too. I love it, and we're trying to do that on my show on Guns in the 701. We're trying to do it every time, Mitchell in the morning and Friday mornings, and when we're on with Mike Bell, we're going to try and get that in with Mike Bell too, because mostly what you hear about is bad shit about guns because the leftist anti-Second Amendment media puts that out. And truth is, guns are used to defend people's lives and save their own hide way, way more than they are to shoot, kill, or injure people used in crime. So, all right, so let's get to a few more comments. Been following the 701 on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I'm sorry if I didn't see you were on. I apologize for that. Just got back out of Twitter jail. I'll add you there if I haven't already. Awesome, thank you. And yeah, if you watch us on Twitter or Rumble, the feed on there is super clear to watch. Trouble is the comments. We can't see the comments come through on here like we can on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know. Clay's trying to work that out. Or on Rumble for that matter. If you're listening on Rumble, I apologize. I haven't checked Rumble. You can comment on. You can comment on X, but the comments will be on there, but they just won't come through for us to see. We'd have to go to X and see them there. But appreciate it. Follow us on X anyways. I love putting videos up there too because, like I said, it's super clear on there. And not only that, we're helping out Elon instead of Zuckerberg, and I don't know who the hell owns YouTube. YouTube's getting bad. I've seen some other YouTube guys putting they won't even put prairie dog shooting videos up. As you guys know, we got sniped for that for our other intro because it's cruelty to animals or some shit they put on there. It's such bullshit. If you guys can follow us on any of our other platforms, do it, because especially if Trump doesn't win again, these guys are going to put the freaking screws to us like never been done before. And at least we can get on these other platforms or Twitch. I don't know how Twitch is. We usually got a few people watching on Twitch because Clay got us on there. We haven't figured out how to do it on Snapchat yet. I don't know if we ever will, but whatever. Look, a couple more comments here. Doug Wolf, faithful. Actually, 100% right, Doug, faithful. F around and find out, which Nino did. Gene Cox, the more you FA, the more you find out. Right? He just kept going to house to house. He should have quit when he had the gun pulled on him the first time, and the second time he got smoked. Are you on Gunstreamer or UG? No, I don't. We're not on either one of those. We have been on a few other ones. Nothing really caught on. I seen Brandon Herrera had some other thing the other day. We're going to check that out. We get on some of this stuff, and then if it doesn't usually catch on, we just kind of go off it because this isn't our only job, obviously. And I'm telling you, to keep up on all this social media stuff is a freaking lot of work. It takes up a lot of time. We were on TikTok for a while. I got off there. We got us off there because it wasn't really doing. Yeah, honestly, I didn't try that hard. And now TikTok won't let us back on there unless we start another account. But that's how that goes. So, anyways, I'll tell you guys what we got going. I told you about the Sierra boat tails and the gel test. Heading back to the ranch tomorrow night. Buddy of mine just got himself a new AR, Anderson AM-15, which a lot of people, they bang on Andersons. Oh, that's a freaking poverty pony. I got an Anderson upper and lower. A couple of them, matter of fact, freaking work great. I'm gonna give this gun a little cleaning tomorrow, clean the bore, lube it up with some of that petroleum stuff I was telling you about there, and shoot some groups with it. I'm gonna break it in. I'm gonna shoot some groups with it, and per usual, take her out to about I'll probably go to 400 with it. Got a nice scope on it, older one, but it's like the Star Wars thing that Dougie sent me. Yes, it's an older code, sir, but it passes. We'll go older scope. It's gonna work good. It should take us out to 400. And I'm gonna test that out. I'll put it all together, edit it up. Should have it up Sunday or Monday. I was going to also add too, guys. I don't know if you caught when filled in for Scott Bachmeyer, me and Todd did, and I brought up that nitrocellulose and the price of gunpowder. I just bought a pound of it from H&H W748. It was $43, and checked on Midway USA. $3.50 more for 1 pound, and that's before you pay the hazmat fee. So it's going up. It's coming here. I mean, as per usual, which a lot of times I like. North Dakota's behind the curve on a lot of this crap. It's going to be coming. And the election gets closer, it's still going to be getting, they're still going to be going higher. One of the guys working at Double H told me he was down in Kansas City. Box of Hornady soft points or something compared to what they were selling it for was like $5 more a box. So, I'm not saying go out and freaking buy the whole shelf off, but if you might want to get a few, especially if you're a reloader, maybe get a few things. Gene told me he was in Double H. Gene, appreciate you supporting our sponsors. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Let's see, guy. Utah Gun Exchange. All right, okay, I know Utah. Yeah, so you got you got the short for it. Utah Gun Exchange. You bet they're both like they're YouTube and very pro. Yeah, I've seen Utah Gun. They do got some. I think they got booted off of Facebook, didn't they? I haven't checked on it in a while. I haven't seen them on there though, but I'll check it out again. They let you upload all your YouTube videos. All right, sweet. All right. Thanks, Jay. I'm gonna check that out. We are gonna get on that because I like that. I love that. He also says all but one of my AR builds have been either Anderson or PSA lowers. All work flawlessly. Yeah, I don't get the hate for those, man. I don't know if people are snobby and they think they got to have the PSA stuff is unbelievable for the price. PSA stuff's unbelievable. If you don't want to pay for something higher, you get a custom rig done, and you just want to have one. They're tough to beat. They're tough to beat for that for sure. And anybody knows, like I said, I did sell my other crossbow. I'm in the market for one because I am going to have a crossbow tag. Like I said, not saying I've seen any deer, nothing. I'm going to start scouting and look, but I am looking for one. I might try to hit up, none of our sponsors have crossbows. I talked to one of them today and they're like, nah. So I don't know, maybe I might go into Runnings or somewhere and say, hey, maybe you guys cut me a deal and we'll work something out on a little advertising stuff. We'll see. But if you guys know anybody, got any good inside deals on crossbows, let me know. And like I said, hopefully we're going to be getting on with Dakota Mornings. I'd love to go on there a couple times a month for an hour. We'll see what happens. Mitchell in the morning, I said, going to be on tomorrow, 8:40 a.m. Love it. Todd's freaking awesome. Thank you, Todd and KFYR for doing that for us. And, so you guys can catch that, KFYR 99.7 FM or iHeart. Like I said before, I prefer you do it on iHeart because then Todd can monitor how many people we're getting. And, Todd's, I'm not saying he's floating on the ceiling, but he is impressed with how many people are listening to us and we're on iHeart. That's freaking great. I love that. And got a message today from a buddy, his brother, listened to the show when we were on Dakota Mornings, and he said, "Sorry, Mike, if you see that." He said that was the best show that he listened to so far in Dakota Mornings. I do appreciate that. And next show I'm going to have 2 weeks from now, July 11th. I'm thinking about getting back hold of my buddy Tyson. Come on, I know him and his wife drew some tags, and Tyson's a big bow hunter, and he's always scouting deer. And he big shed collector, shed hunter. Kind of would like to get a little in depth with him on what he's seeing and what he's going to start doing for scouting. And I did send Levi Nelson. Had a great show with Levi. In fact, I think Levi's show might have been the most viewed 701 Nation we had. That was awesome. Would love to get Levi back on. I think he's got 6 tags, he said, and he's getting 2 more. And I said, hey man, you need to come on. Let's talk about all them tags you got. Love to do that. Levi's he's a good guy. Got so very passionate about hunting. Love it. Love talking to the guy. Got along with him great. Real easy guy to talk to. So I'm gonna catch a few more of these comments here, guys. We got Josh Patterson. Check with Jake at Little Missouri Archery in Killdeer. Not sure if he has crossbows in stock, but would imagine he can get them. Great guy to deal with. My boy goes to him for all his archery needs. Yeah. Hey, if you guys are up in there and if I don't talk to him, hey, tell him or ask him if you think he'd want to do a deal with me. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to get a deer with it, but I'll definitely mention. And I'm not saying give the damn thing to me if they want to. Great, then you're going to get more advertising. But if I get a crossbow, I'd love to get something with it, and I'll mention them on the show every time I'm on, and the videos when I shoot it. So, Dougie, that would be a good show. Yeah, for sure, Doug. We're going to get it done, man. All right, guys. So we're an hour and 15 in. I said I'd like to keep it around there. I don't appreciate you guys tuning in. Started out, man, I didn't feel good about that. Are you as good a shot as you think you are? I don't know. I always feel like I come out of the gate slow. It pisses me off. But that's, I am what I am now. I'm not going to change. I'm not some great orator. I just like to talk about guns and hunting and shooting shit. So, and you get some two-way stuff in there as well. So, but like I said, I'm going to shut her down here soon, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in, checking it out. Josh Patterson, great show again. JD, thanks, Josh, man. I appreciate you. Josh, a regular listener. I appreciate that guy. It's awesome, man. Next, Josh, if you're ever up here and you got some time, get a hold of me. Let's go out and have a couple brewskis, brother. He is up here. Josh lives in Bismarck. I always think he's down because I met him at the Prairie Dog shoot. But yeah, you ever go out and you're having some after your work, you're having a safety meeting or something, let me know, and I'll try and meet you up for a couple, man. I'd love to do that with you. But all right, 11C1P, keep up the good fight. You damn right we will, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. Good show, my friend, Brian Warner. Brian, appreciate you. And Brian, I need you to get back here so you and I can go. We had some beers with Dougie at the gun show. Man, we were having a hoot over there at that. I'd love to sit down with you longer and BS with you. Brian and his dad were on talking sausage making. I think the closer we get to hunting season, I'd love to have them guys back on too, talk some jerky sticks and sausage and that. That was a fun show. I love that. A lot of great information. And if that one was Levi was the number one, I think the show with Brian and his dad were, I mean, it was good. It was good. Having guests on it's always so much better, I think, because you get, you get another perspective on what they're bringing, and you just don't have to sit here and listen to me in my Chuck Norris shirt. Waylon Turner's good show, JD, getting ready for the storm with a cold bevy. Perfect. And don't forget, give me a report on that suppressor you got, man. I love that. I love to hear how it is. Man, once you get your first suppressor, I mean, it's like a potato chip or a Dorito. You eat one, I mean, you tell yourself that's going to be it, but that's not it, man. All right, Josh, he said, hell yeah, I'll hit you up. So I got a text here. Biden got destroyed and appears a doddering fool. He's done. Man, I hope to God he is done. I remember when we had the boat parade when Trump was running in 2020. I distinctly remember looking at all them boats and all them people, and I said, there's no goddamn way Biden can win looking at this. And he did. I know there was cheating and all that, but the son of a bitch won. We can't let that happen, in my opinion. If he wins, I mean, that's checkmate, especially if something would happen in the House and Senate too. In North Dakota, if Kelly's going to be our governor, we're going to be good here. Like I said, I'm predicting he's probably going to be one of our best governors ever. Probably, in fact, I know he's going to be the most pro-gun and pro-gun guy governor we're ever going to have. Doug Wolf, rain and wind picking up west of Mandan. 11C1P, the left will say he won and they will still steal the election. Man, I hope not. I hope they don't. I mean, a lot of people thought he was going to, Hillary was going to steal the first one and didn't. If you're not, I mean, even if you're in North Dakota, work the election. I worked an election. We need people working the election who are going to stand up to these people who are going to try and cheat. That's for damn sure. Whether it's here or California or Texas, I don't give a shit where you are. If you're concerned and you got a spying on you, get on these elections and work these elections and keep your eye on these son of a bucks. But Waylon says this. Okay, Waylon Turner. This will be number 2 for me once I get my other one from Silencer Central. Filed for that in February. Awesome, love it, man. Eric Newman, good show. And your antlers are done too, JD. Oh, okay, Eric. That's right. Eric owns. Eric, I'm sorry. He got his own taxidermy down there in South Dakota. I forgot he did get a whitetail skull from me, so I was going to give them to you, and they had 2A day, but neither of us made it. Yeah, that's right. Grizz's taxidermy. There, I remembered it, Eric. That's right. Looking forward to seeing that. When I get that, I'll promise you I will show that baby on here and all of our social media sites, Eric. Looking forward to seeing it. 11C, they didn't think he had a chance in 2016, so they didn't. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right there. They didn't think he had a chance. And I mean, we got to outvote the cheating, and we got to have people show up to watch the cheating. I mean, I know the people who count the votes. It's like Stalin said, it ain't who votes, it's who counts the votes. So we got to have people. We got to outvote the cheating, man. It's that simple. So, all right, guys. With that, I'm gonna shut her down here for the night. Once again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll be back July 11th. I'll let you know beforehand who I'm going to have on. Maybe I won't have anybody on, and it'll just be me. I was talking to some guys about coming on, doing some night hunting with their night vision stuff too. Hopefully, I can get them on. I hope if it's your first time listening, hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't disappoint you too much, and I hope you come back and follow us and share everything and tell everybody about us. So I hope you guys have a great Independence Day next week. The weather doesn't look too warm. I wish it'd be 95, but get out there and celebrate the greatest country in the history of the world. That's right. Even with the shit show we got going on at sometimes, we are still the best, and we will be the best. For that, saying that, JD, I'm out. You guys have a good one.